Hey there, what's up? My name is Andrew, and today I'm going to be walking you through setting up Conversation AI right within your sub account. So today I'm going to walk you through creating your first Conversation AI bot, the different types of bots, how to set up prompting, and so much more. Let's dive right in. To navigate to your Conversation AI, navigate to Settings at the bottom left-hand side, then to Conversation AI. Here's where we can create and manage multiple bots for our business. To get started, we're going to create our first bot by clicking Create Bot, and then we'll select our type of bot. We have a general Q&A, appointment booking, and start from scratch. General Q&A bots are great to be trained on things like FAQs, websites, and more, and then you can ask them questions, and then they can be used by your internal team as well as customers to provide quick resolutions to simple questions. Appointment booking bots allow you to streamline the appointment booking process by reading your calendar, seeing what the customer needs, and booking them into the next available appointment in a really user-friendly way with its unique conversation style. We can also start from scratch to create a custom bot tailored to our specific needs. If we want to build a bot that has a very unique personality, or maybe has a really unique use case in which we're going to be using it for, then this would be perfect. The custom bot setup and values is similar for all three of these, so I'm just going to show you how to do a general Q&A bot. We can select our bot and then click continue. Then we'll be launched into this screen where we can navigate through our bot settings, training, and bot goals. These are our three main tabs for where we can edit the personality and intent of our bot. First, we can give our bot a name, and then we can set our bot status on this screen as well. We're not going to turn this on until we've actually configured the rest of the bot, so stay tuned and we'll come back here later. Beneath this, we can select supported communication channels and providers, anywhere from Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, live chat, and WhatsApp. You can select as many of platforms as you would like, and when you're done, you can exit out of this. Below these are our advanced settings, which we'll go over in another video. When we're done, we can click save and move on to our bot training. To get started right away, we would recommend that you throw in links like your website, about pages that give the bot information about your business, so that way you can know where it needs to go and what information it needs to pull from. We can also test our bot on this screen and fine tune all of our bot training with custom bot responses. To learn more about mastering your Conversation AI bots training, navigate to the help doc. On our last screen, we can customize our bot's goals. Here's where we can set up our prompting, our personality, our intent, and add in additional information. We can also set up our actions that our bot is supposed to be doing, whether it's appointment booking, triggering a workflow, or adding in contact info to a contact. Each one of these sections contains a section of text, which we can edit by simply clicking on the text and editing like this. We can also add in custom values by clicking Add Custom Value and then selecting a custom value. This custom value will be used every time the Conversation AI is used. So let's say the Conversation AI is having a conversation with a customer, then it'll pull that customer's full name from the system if we have access to it. This gives you the ability to fine-tune your bot using these custom values, so that way you can have accurate and intentional conversations with your customers. Now, the personality section is where you can give your bot specific instructions to teach it how it should engage with customers. Beneath personality, we have intent. And again, we can edit this by simply clicking on the text field and editing like so. This is where we can tell the Conversation AI exactly what its intent is with the customer, whether it's general FAQ, whether it's working with your sales team, or whether it's booking appointments. This is where we can specify our intent with our Conversation AI, whether it's working with customers, answering questions, or booking appointments. Then under our intent section, we have additional information, which is where we can give our AI bot, we can give it conversation guidelines, like what tone of voice it should use whenever it's speaking. We can give it instructions on how it should respond to customers whenever it's talking to them. And we can even add in guidance for the bot in case it doesn't know where to go with a conversation. As you can see here, we've already got an additional information section set up by default, and this includes three sections: one for conversation guidelines, one for examples, which can be helpful to Conversation AI bots to help them understand exactly what phrases they should avoid and which ones they should use instead. For example, this section is telling the Conversation AI that we shouldn't say, "Hello, how can I assist you today?" What would be better is, "Hey there, what's on your mind today?" Feel free to change these up to match your speaking style and how you want the Conversation AI to engage with your customers. Dialing in this prompting is a huge part of nailing exactly how your Conversation AI is going to respond to people whenever it's talking to them. So feel free to refer to our prompting guidelines by clicking Prompt Guidelines at the top of the screen to go to the help doc. Finally, at the very bottom of the screen, we have set up your actions for appointment booking, trigger workflow, and add contact info. Now, these three sections are going to allow us to hone in on that intent of the Conversation AI bot a little bit better. For example, we can click appointment booking, and then we can select a calendar that the Conversation AI bot will be using, and then specify more instructions specific to appointment booking, like telling it to not book the appointment, telling it to pause bot responses after booking, telling it to trigger a workflow after booking, in which we can select a workflow here, or even transferring the contact to a specific employee post appointment booking. If you're using Conversation AI for appointment booking, this is a crucial part of defining the logic in order to make sure that the Conversation AI does what you need it to do. Additionally, we've got trigger a workflow. This section allows us to add in an action for triggering the workflow, let it know which workflow needs to be triggered, and let it know when it needs to trigger the workflow. We can add in as many of these triggers as we need by simply adding in the section and then clicking new workflow trigger. So that way we can give our conversation bot lots of different ways that it can trigger workflows in order to manage our automations more effectively. On our last screen, we can click add contact info, which is going to give us the ability to add contact info to a customer whenever they're talking to the conversation AI bot. For example, let's say we're selling a car and we want to know what the customer's favorite color is. Well, we can give our action a name like so. Then we can select the contact field to be updated, like favorite color of the customer. Then we can include what needs to be updated in the field. This is just a piece of text that we're giving to the conversation AI to let it know what to look for. So we're going to say the favorite color. Just like the workflow triggers, we can add as many of these as we need. And if we would like to add multiple outputs, we can simply click add another. This is also really useful if you're going to be using the AI employee to collect specific sets of customer information before you have to engage with them manually. A great business use case for this is, let's say you're selling a product like a coaching program and you need to collect specific sets of customer information from them before you get on a call with them to assess if they're ready for the program. Well, using this, you can add in instructions to the conversation AI through the prompting and through the add contact info action in order to collect all of those different fields. And then not only will that information be stored within the conversation, but it'll actually be stored to the contact field itself within the contact card, which is really cool. When you're done with this, go ahead and click save. We can then test our conversation AI on the right-hand side through test your bot by sending it a message, waiting for a response to come back. And then we can judge if it's a good response or a bad response. Or we can view more information about the response by clicking this little button here and see the AI response info, which is going to include all the information from the response to the prompt and the ability to edit the prompt right here. And just like that, once we've customized our prompting and training and settings, we can go ahead and turn our bot on by navigating back to settings and setting the bot status from off to suggestive or autopilot. Autopilot is pretty straightforward, in which it will respond in any of these channels whenever it receives a message from a customer. So for example, if somebody sends a message on your chat widget and it's set up to respond on live chat, it'll automatically respond based on the prompting and training you've already given it. When your bot status is set to suggestive, it'll suggest prompts within the chat window, which we can see on the platform by navigating to conversations. And then within any of your conversations here, as you're typing messages, you'll get a notification from Conversation AI that's going to suggest what you should say. There's a ton of really awesome use cases for Conversation AI. So I hope this video has helped you set up your own Conversation AI bot, and it's going to help you down the road as you set up even more to work with your business. As always, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.